What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, you guys? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having, oh shit, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? What's going on in this bitch? Okay, what's going on? Now, I work late today, so y'all do know that I do my, love and hip hop reviews every Tuesday. And instead of the review being at 9:05 like it normally is, it's going to be at 11:30. Okay, so be on the lookout for that at later on tonight at 11:30, y'all. The review is going to be hella late because I get off hella late. Okay. Um, just for a moment of transparency as of right now, y'all know that my book is out and y'all know that I'm still putting out pre-sales. Letting you guys know right now that there is a delay with the pre-sales, mainly because of the fact that it's expensive, and I ran into some financial stuff when I was paying for my publishing packet and paying for like the book release and everything like that. So that kind of put me behind a little bit financially. So that's why it's taking me some time to send these books out. That's why I'm sending them out every week and at a time, 4 at a time here, 4 here, 4 there. That's why I'm sending them out like that. So I'm just letting y'all know that because I don't need nobody thinking that I'm taking a damn money and running with it, because that ain't even that type of time that I'm on. If you want to know why it's taking some time for y'all to get some of y'all to get y'all books, that is why. I'm actually going to the post office after this live is over to send 4 books out, and then Friday I'm going to the post office to send 4 books out. So the books are coming, and the thing about it is PayPal has a list of everybody's name in it, and I'm going by the list of who started the pre-order first, like who did it first, and then all the way up to who was at the last part of pre-ordering. So yes, that's how I'm doing. I'm going first come, first serve. So whoever pre-order first, that's who getting their books first. So that's how it's going. So yes, like I said, Yah is a person that can tell y'all he just got his book last week because he pre-ordered as well. Like everybody that's getting everybody that pre-ordered, I'm telling y'all, every time I send the books out, y'all know I send them out. And then I go and I make a short and I let you guys know what cities the books are arriving in, just so y'all can know. If you live here, if you live there, the books is on the way, just so y'all can know. And since I looked at my PayPal, I see that it includes emails too. So I've even started sending emails out to the next 4 people that are in line for shipments. So now that I got certain people's emails now, I can let them know what's going on and when they're getting a book and or if the books are being shipped. So this is like a first time thing for me, and the next time this shit happens, because I will be putting out another book, the next time this book it's happened. Next time I get another book to put out, I will know exactly what to do next time. But this shit is hard. Okay. It's stressing me the fuck out. And I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody's shit to them. Okay. Period. So I just had to let that be known because that shit was bothering me. Because I don't ever want nobody to think that I'm just on some scammer shit. Because I'm not on no scammer shit. I'm sending these books out as fast as I can. I got 4 to send out and another one to send out due to the fact that when I tried to send their book out, they didn't have an apartment number for me. So I had to go back, had to get in touch with them to get their apartment number. And now I got their apartment number. So now their book can be shipped. Like it's certain shit like that I've been going through. So the books are coming. So don't, for those of you who pre-order, it's coming. So, I've been signing books and shit like that, like all that. So I just had to let that shit be known because that was on my mind. And just to let people know these books are coming. You just got to give me some time. That's it. I know I ain't never been on no fraud shit and never will be. Okay. Let me look at what some of y'all just said. I pay for my shipping. How much? No, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. You already pay for the book. You don't need to be trying to pay for no shipping. That's all on me. Don't even worry about that. Good morning. That's good that you're shipping in that order. God bless. We know you're not on no scammer shit. Scotty said he ain't Wendy and Eddie. Absolutely not. Okay. Don't stress. We're good. We know you're good on it. Just a learning curve. You got this. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So that's pretty much the gist of that, y'all. And we're about to go ahead and get into this live right about now. Okay. So let's get into it. So I wish I knew what the jail slayer real name was so I can know where she lies in this shipment shit. I need to know what her name is. But anyway, we're about to go ahead and get into Yes for the Mess today. And we got a couple of things to talk about. And then after that, I got to go get ready for work and go to the post office. I got to stop by the post office before work. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the mess, y'all. Let's talk about it. So we're going to start it off right here with Candiace Dillard. She was talking about Shamea as a real housewife and how she says that, she criticizes Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she says that Shamea's fall from grace on the Real Housewives of Atlanta was sad to watch. Let's go ahead and get into what she had to say, and then we'll be right back. Let's get into it, y'all.
Watch Atlanta because I'm kind of like in a state of disillusionment with Atlanta right now. I'm just, it's kind of making me sad. I just feel like it's not working right now.
You don't think it's working?
Didn't watch Atlanta because I'm kind of like in a state of disillusionment with Atlanta right now. I'm just, it's kind of making me sad. I just feel like it's not working. For what I have seen, to be fair, I've not.
Look at me perking up. We really alive now. We'll get back to the sad stuff later. Come on.
I just don't think it's working the way that it has. For what I have seen, to be fair, I've not.
Look at me perking up. We really alive.
Out from what I have seen.
Okay.
I think it's kind of trying to make fetch happen, and it's not. It hasn't been happening. I was really sad to see, the fallout from what I have seen.
Okay.
The fall from grace of Shamea. I enjoy Shamea. I love Shamea. Shamea is so sweet. I think she is a great person. Yes. And I was excited the fall from grace of Shamea to see how she came out the gate. Mm-hmm. But then it kind of fell flat, and to be honest, I kind of blame her for her falling flat. I think she went inward and she cowered where she should have kept bulldozing, and she allowed outside factors. Don't know what those were. I don't know if that was her friends, if that was production. I don't know what that was. I don't know what happened, but I feel like she went inward and got to the reunion, and I didn't see the whole thing, but what I saw of the reunion was she fell flat. And I think it was because she let detractors send her got to a foot. She went over the cliff in a bad way. And that was unfortunate. A foot. I
don't know why these clips are so short with every turn, but that was Candiace. And she was basically talking about Shamea's fall from grace. Yes, I changed my hat. She was talking about Shamea's fall from grace on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? And to be honest, I can't say that I disagree with that. Y'all know, when everybody else really wasn't feeling, the fact that Shamea was on the show as a real life housewife and shit like that, I was one of the main ones that was saying, give her a chance. She been around these girls. She know how it goes. Give her a chance. She actually has the life that most people think that Portia has, or the life that, Portia's supposed to have and things like that. I was one of the main ones, and I still stand by that. But I do feel as though, she did kind of mess it up for herself. I mean, when you come into a show like this, you gotta be on your P's and Q's and know exactly what's going on. And I feel like Shamea let herself fall into this thing where, she kept on being a lapdog for Portia. And that was one of the things that really fucked her up in the long run. Instead of coming in, showing her life, which she was doing at the beginning. She showed her house, showed her life. We saw her husband for a split second. She told a story about her sick child, told a story about trying to have another child. We saw all of that. But then once we got towards the middle of the season, it became Portia's not my real friend, or I'm a good friend to Portia. Me and Kelly are now lap dogs, and it just became more so about that. Oh, I'm gonna jump on the pick on Drew bandwagon. I'm gonna hop in and pick on Drew too, like different shit like that. That's what it became, and that's what really bothered me about it, because she started out really strong, but only to fall so hard and so deep into the ground that was so hard to watch. And in that reunion, she really fucked herself up. And mind you, while Housewives of Atlanta was airing, I had just started my web reality show. So I was looking at all the shit that Shamea was doing, and I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do all that. Like I'm not gonna fall from nothing from where I'm supposed to be. I'm not gonna do none of that. Like for real. Like that's the only thing that I could think about. Like it was just completely crazy. And I'm just like, Shamea, like this was your time to really show people that you really got it going on, but you fucked it up. You really did fuck it up, and you don't really have nobody to blame but yourself. Just like Candiace said, you don't have nobody to blame but your motherfucking self, to be quite honest. You could have had it, you know what I mean? And they set you in the first chair. So clearly Bravo saw something in you to make you be in the first chair. You feel what I'm saying? Like for them to put you there, they had to see some. You know what I mean? Like they had to see something in you for you to be in that first chair. But I do think that you fucked it up. You didn't even have to fuck it up, but you did. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say, but Candiace didn't tell no lies though. And Candiace is a good person to take that from, because Candiace came into the Housewives of Potomac and really revitalized that whole show. Because I'm telling y'all right now, them first 2 seasons of Potomac, I wasn't interested. Nothing past I have 4 homes come in. Like that was the only thing that I was interested in. But other than that, when Candiace came in flying like a bulldozer and read Sharice like a dog, I was here for it. Then she read Giselle like a dog at that damn dinner table. I was here for that too. So she's really the reason why I even tuned in to Potomac. It made me want to review it full time. So she know exactly what's going on here. Now Shamea is back for season 17, and with her not being friends with Portia at this point and all that, I hope that she redeems herself this season. I hope she does. I'm praying she does. And I'm still team Shamea. I'm just gonna tell y'all that. I'm still team Shamea. I don't give a fuck. I'm still team Shamea, and I'm good with being team Shamea. If I'm gonna be team Shamea by myself, then baby, I'm gonna be team Shamea by my goddamn self, and I'm cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with it, okay? Like no problems with that. So we're gonna move on to the next thing, y'all. We got 94 people up in here so far. Hopefully we get to that 100. Tamika's 30K. I die every time I see that name. You know what? I didn't really start watching regularly till Candiace came on. Wasn't interesting exactly. So we're going to move on to the next thing. And the next thing up in here, oh, we already did that. Next thing is Kirk Frost. So y'all know reality TV's most deluded man is here. And he decided that he wanted to come out here and write this little love note to Cannon as if we asked for it, and want to blame all these women in the world for how they view him and shit like that. So we finna go ahead and get into that, because y'all knew I had to come in and say something about that. So this is what Kirk said on his Instagram, y'all. Kirk said, "I'm sorry, Cannon. Most women want me to be a deadbeat to you. Also, not be a father, not pay child support, and just not be in your life at all. But I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that. You came at a time where me and my wife was going through a bad season, but we're making it through. I know that Rashida gets crucified for loving you and making sure I remain a good father, which I think is crazy. But since you asking questions, we just want to make sure you know that we love you." First of all, Kirk is a narcissist if I've ever seen one. And I know that that's everybody's favorite word, narcissism. Some people be calling people narcissists, don't even know what the fuck that word means. But Kirk is a narcissist. This whole letter that he wrote to Cannon on Instagram is narcissism. Don't nobody give a fuck. And that's just me putting it plainly. Nobody gives a fuck, Kirk. I don't know if you realize that. I don't know if you know it or not, but no one cares. That's what you need to know. No one gives a fuck at all about what the fuck you got going on or what the fuck you talking about. No one cares. And that's on period. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about how much of a parent you are. What we do know is that you're a liar, you're a cheat, you're a manipulator, and all you do is sit up here and play the victim as if you didn't cheat on your own dumbass wife. Okay? All you and Rashida do is blame everybody else for what the fuck you've done in your fucking marriage. Okay? That's number one. What makes you think that most people want you to be a deadbeat to Cannon? If anything, we want you to take the responsibility that you need to take when it comes down to that little boy in question. That's what we really want you to do. We want you to take some responsibility, because the only thing that you and your dumbass wife do is sit up there and blame Jasmine for having this child when it was your husband that laid down and got between her legs and busted a nut up in her and made a fucking child. The only person that gets the blame is Jasmine. Kirk don't feel like he needs to get no fucking blame. That's number one. Number two, just like Bap just said in the comments, why does Rashida need to make sure that you're a good father? Why does she need to make sure that your ass is a good father? Shouldn't you know what to do as a father? You already got a whole church of kids already. You should know what to do when it come down to Cannon. But you didn't want to acknowledge that child because it wasn't a child that you had with your fucking wife. That's why you didn't want to acknowledge that fucking child. Let's be motherfucking clear here. You didn't want to acknowledge that child because of that. You didn't. And you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. But once again, you're always putting the blame on your mistress and shit like that. And then you saying, well, since you're asking questions, blah, blah, blah. If he asking questions, why are you not having this conversation with him off the internet? Then you tell him that, oh my God, you was conceived when me and my wife were having problems, bro. That's when you were conceived when me and my wife were having problems. We didn't really want you, but you know, we had to grow to want you and love you. No. And I don't believe Georgia Prune loved that little boy like that. I mean, she referred to him as that boy. I don't really think she loved him like that. She barely wanted to accept that fucking child. Let's be clear. So I'm just going to need for Kirk to really stop it with the bullshit and stop acting like somebody want him to do something. Oh, they want me not to be there for you. Oh, they want me not to be a good father to you. They want, like, ain't nobody saying that. Like, if anybody's saying that they want you to be a deadbeat to your son, then that's crazy. And that's fucking dumb. Because I'll be looking at the women that you claim is saying that. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me. He said that to a child. He said that in this post. So let me read it one more time. I don't know if KC just got here, but just in case she has, let me read this post one more time. He said, I'm sorry, Karen and Frost. Most women want me to be a deadbeat to you. Also, not be a father, not pay child support, and just not be in your life. But sorry, I don't know how to do that. You came at a time when me and my wife were going through a bad season, but we're making it through. I know that Rashida gets crucified for loving you and making sure that I remain a great father, which I think is crazy. But since you're asking questions, we just want to make sure that you know that we love you. First of all, Rashida gets crucified because she's a dumbass. I don't think she gets crucified. I don't think she gets crucified for loving Cannon. I don't think she gets crucified for that. I think she gets crucified for being a dumbass. That's what she gets crucified for. If we're being honest here, that's what she gets crucified for. Not for loving him, because we don't Bemo believe she loved that little boy than the man in the moon. She gets crucified for being an ass. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. No, you're good, girl. You know, I was just trying to make sure you knew what we were talking about. I figured you had just got in or something like that. I was just trying to make sure that you knew what was going on, child. But yeah, it's kind of like, no, don't nobody crucify her for that. We crucify her for having bags. We crucify her for, dumbing herself down for you. That's what we crucify her for. But, moving on though. Like, let me get off of Kirk because he irks me. Let's move on to Trina Braxton, honey. Let's move on to her. Now, y'all know that the Braxton show is out, and y'all do know that I am reviewing the show this season. I just did my review yesterday. It was like 2 days late, but I got it done. And y'all know the situation with Ashley Braxton and, Trina's ex-husband and stuff like that. So that's being a topic of discussion right now on this show, right? So now Trina decided to do the dumbest thing that I thought she could do in this moment, is go on social media and do a live with her husband and say that she wishes the people her niece accused of inappropriate behavior were still here to tell their side of the story. They're no longer with us, so that's not always fair. So I can already tell y'all that she's about to piss me off with this. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let me pull this out here real quick.
For real, 100%. Forget what either side of the public says. For real. Okay, I'm going to say this. I cannot negate anyone's feelings in any way, shape, or form. Right. And I will say this. I think that you can never put a time limit on someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. But I do wish that the people that were spoken about were able to tell their own version of their story, of their truth, because they're no longer with us.
Yeah, because they did.
And that's not always fair. It's not always fair. And people have to talk about things when they're ready to talk about them. And yes, you guys are loud, Caleb.
You're loud as hell out there.
But I can't disregard anybody's feelings. I said what I said.
You are disregarding their feelings right now.
Everybody's entitled, and
T-Can, I'm a Braxton follower, period. They shouldn't watch y'all if they want to hate or be negative. Well, you know what? But even in that vein, people have a right to their opinion.
Sometimes people watch just so they can.
Keep it for real, 100%. Forget what either side of the public says, for real.
Trina, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid as fuck. You sound stupid as hell. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? For real. What are you even talking about? That whole statement was disgusting and fucking foul. Because for you to say that you're not here to disregard anyone's feelings about their version of the truth and shit like that, that is disregarding their fucking feelings, girl. What the fuck you talking about? And then you talking about it's not fair to talk about it because he's no longer here. If he was inappropriate with her, we don't give a fuck if he's here or not. Fuck his dead ass. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, you talking about their version of the truth. She was a whole fucking minor. Okay? We don't give a damn. What you talking about? Like, what you talking about? You sound stupid as fuck, and I just cannot believe that you're that fucking disgusting. You trying, like, it's just giving off that you're trying to protect a fucking predator. That's how it comes across. You sound like one of these these RAPE apologists that sit around here and cover it up for all these damn niggas that sit around here and put hands on these young kids and do all of that stuff. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about that. Don't nobody care about. Let me tell you right now, Trina, we don't give a fuck about Gabe's dead ass. We don't care. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. I don't care. Because I believe every solitary word that Ashley just said. I believe that. And we're not going to sit up here and act like that girl didn't say that when she came to you and said what happened, you cut off communication with her. You did that. You must have forgot. So she told you about it when his dead ass was alive. So what are you talking about? You didn't want to deal with him when he was alive. So what the fuck you talking about? We don't need to talk about it because he dead. He dead. So the fuck what? We can talk about it. The fuck you mean? So because he dead, that means we're supposed to let it go? Fuck him. And the casket they threw his ass in. Who gives a fuck? Like for real, like I don't understand why anybody thinks that shit is ever gonna be okay. Like I don't play that shit. Like this girl told you that he was like, you know what I'm saying? That girl told you that he was inappropriate with her. He had been told you that. She had been told you that already, and you cut her off. And now you sitting up here saying, well, you know, this is what it's about, and this is what it's about, and it's about he's dead now. So at this point, it's not fair. Girl, it ain't fair for you to look like a dead girl. Look, I don't like you're protecting him. Like that's what you're doing. Like you're protecting him, and you are like crazy right now because and the Braxton family probably should have never did this show. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? They probably should have never did no show like this ever because they are weird. They're weird as fuck. Weird as a motherfucker. It ain't nothing more to be said about that. They're weird as hell because at the end of the day, we never would have thought that this family had this much issue for that. You feel like that many issues. You know what I mean? Like, because not only is Trina acting oblivious to this whole situation, but Ashley's own father is sitting up here sending out cease and desist, which making people look at him weird too. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that. I don't like that whole your version of the truth. Girl, it sounds like you don't believe what that girl telling you. It sounds like you don't believe that shit. And it's just like, girl, Trina, you're going to reap what you fucking sow. You're going to reap what you sow. I don't like Trina no more, y'all. And I used to love me some Trina. Like, Trina and Tracy were my top two favorite Braxtons. Like, but for Trina to do that, baby, bye. Fuck you. And fuck Gabe, too. I don't give a fuck if he dead or not. Fuck Gabe. I said it. I said it, okay? Anyway, before we continue on, let me do y'all one thing by I'm gonna need my moderators to get on this real quick. I think we got Sharice in here, we got Parker Boy in here, we got Aaliyah Brittany in here, we got Feisty in here, we got Tracy, Andrea, who else is in here? The Jail Slayer, Payne, Auntie. I'm gonna need for you guys to do this real quick. I'm gonna share this link. I'm gonna share this every live that I do. Y'all know that I'm on a web reality series and it's coming out in December, and I'm going to share the link to the platform in which it will be there on. So I'm going to need you guys to share this link throughout the chat so y'all can go and subscribe to the platform that the show is going to be on. I'll talk more about the show by the end of the video. Let me see what T just said. I'm not even watching the show now. I was, but after that, nope. Ooh, T, child. And you got every right. I'm telling you, because I'm completely annoyed at this moment. But let me see what Feisty said. Hey Catherine, let me see. I don't think Tracy knew either. I think Tawanda for sure knew. I think she did too. But let's go ahead and get into the next story that we got. Where we at? The next story is Ashley and Katie, y'all. This came out of nowhere, but I ain't surprised. So this is coming from the Reality Rundown, y'all, and it states that Katie Rouse said that she had sexual relations with Ashley Darby. Now, y'all know that Ashley, ever since Wendy then went to jail, well, got arrested or whatever, Ashley has had a whole lot of things to say in regards to Wendy going to jail. You know, she been making her jokes and saying that they've been knowing this about Wendy and stuff like that. But Katie has come out and spoke, you know, in support of Wendy Osefo and came out and put Ashley ass on blast. So let's go ahead and get into it a little bit. So Katie Rouse came out and said, Katie Rouse, however you pronounce it. She came out and said, Ashley and I love each other. There is no beef, but she has no couth. I gotta throw a flag. My magical vagina that she told details about. She told Andy Cohen that I have a hamster pussy on national TV. She ate it, so I guess she would know. She is just a hater. We love you, Wendy. Bitch. Wait a minute. Bitch, what? Now listen. Y'all know that Katie don't have it all. And I ain't saying that to be funny. But y'all know Katie ain't got it all. But didn't Katie say not too long ago that Sharice was fucking her a long time ago? Did she say that? I could have sworn she said that Sharice was fucking on her too. And I'm trying to see what's up with everybody wanting to fuck on Katie ass. Like, what's up with that? What's up with y'all trying to get? What's up with y'all trying to get that snatch? What's up with that? Now, do we believe that Sharice was fucking on her on a drunk night? And do we believe that Ashley ate a box? Do we believe that? T, shut up, please. Oh my God. T said he believes it. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Well, that is kind of true. That is kind of true. I have a list of names that's been after me for a while now. I have a list. Ain't the sky blue? Oh my God. Sharice give mask energy and looks. So y'all believe that Sharice was the top? Y'all believe that? This ain't funny. This ain't funny. I'm sorry, y'all. But it is funny because Katie just came out of the blue and said that. Like, came out of the blue with that. Like, girl, what? Like, what the fuck? That is crazy. That is crazy. I cannot. Oh my God, let me see. Sharice probably doesn't even shave. Oh my God, y'all are crazy. Yes, her rowdy rough boy looking ass. Oh my God, y'all are showing the hell out. I believe the Ashley part, not so sure about Sharice. See, that's the thing. See, Ashley is slick plausible to me. I'm just not sure about Sharice. Now, I know that Sharice looked like she worked at a cafe all day. I get it. I know she got the bike holiday. I know that. But I'm not necessarily certain if she was fucking on Katie. And why y'all fucking on Katie? Y'all know she ain't got it all. Let me see. Happy Tuesday, Scotty. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Katie is hilarious. I found an article from 2023 where she said the same thing. And y'all know Ashley likes to taste the ladies now. Oh my God, y'all are a mess. Look at Sharice's wig. I believe every word. God. Oh my God, y'all are killing me. I should not be laughing at y'all. I really shouldn't be. Looking like she'll tuck that hair behind her ear and go to work. Oh my God, y'all are a mess. Let me see. Ashley was acting like she wanted to eat Jacqueline Box too in that hotel scene. Oh my God, I can't. Let me see. That's why they're doing it, feeling like people won't believe it because she's cray-cray. Oh, y'all, y'all are terrible. So y'all actually believe that Ashley was out here eating on Katie Box, and y'all believe that Sharice was fucking on Katie too. I cannot with y'all. I can't. But in other Ashley Darby news, Ashley says that her father died and she explained why she didn't go to his funeral. So let's go ahead and get into that.
So today is a bit of an interesting day for me. Last week, while I was in New York and I was actually coming home on the train, my mom informed me that my father had passed away. And if you saw, I believe it was season 5 of the show. It was season 5. I tried to meet my dad. I've never met him, never spoken a word to him. We've had no conversation. And he's closed the door in my face. And today was his funeral. And I contemplated going almost to have my own sense of closure. But I've been traveling so much and I really wanted to be with my own kids this weekend. And my rationale, I found out that I have siblings. Now was, why would I want to take away time from my own kids for someone who never made time for me? So today and all of the things that I had no idea about my father, I learned about in his obituary. I learned he liked to garden. He taught himself how to play guitar. He was an avid fisherman. Really, so many of the things that I also love to do. And it said that in the obituary that his greatest accomplishment was being a dad to his 2 sons. Stung a little bit, whatever. But, you know, it's interesting how you can mourn and have some sort of grieving, a unique form of grieving for someone who you have no relationship with, right? Just blood relations, but no emotional connection. Like, that is so interesting. I guess what I ultimately surmise from this experience of my life at 37 is really learning. I found out that I have siblings and learning to close a door. A door that was never opened, but also will never be opened. I think I've always held out some sort of hope that maybe, like, apparently my dad was in hospice, maybe prior to him passing, he would have this sudden wave of conscience, to be like, oh, let me at least like make amends or say something to my daughter, but nothing like that, you know? And it's just so weird. I really can't understand how any human being doesn't want to love their children or can't love a child, but it is what it is. And life will certainly go on. All right. Have a great evening, babes. Learning to close the door.
Hi,
Oh my God. There's your father.
this is your daughter, Ashley.
Hi.
Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy because the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. You say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father. He was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Here's like, you can't feel for a stranger. You know, if I was Ashley, I would not feel nothing for him. He is a stranger to you. He didn't give a fuck about you. He slammed that door in your face. And for me, it's kind of like, you know, you want that you want to be in a situation where you know your parents. You do. And I can only imagine how that feels, knowing that you got a father out there who didn't want to have nothing to do with you. And when you tried to reach out and when you tried to like let your presence be known, he didn't give a fuck enough to even allow you to be in his space. He just slammed the door in your face, literally in your face. And then you look at the obituary and you see he had 2 other children that he fathered and, you know, was there for, and now you know that he wasn't there for you at all. That is probably one of the roughest things that anybody can go through. And I know that Ashley is not everybody's favorite. I know that for a fact. She's not everybody's favorite. And I know everybody don't like her. But for me, I can feel her feeling like, you know, feeling some kind of ways about how she doesn't really have any emotion or she's not sad. You're not sad because you can't miss what you never had. And the only thing that I can say that she probably is grieving about, the only thing that she probably feels sad about is the fact that now she knows that it's official, that she would never ever really know him, and that she would never really be able to have that relationship with him, and that there would never be another chance for her to do that, which is probably the hardest part about it. But you know, I feel like, and this is just me, if it were me, I really wouldn't care. I could only speak for myself. I really wouldn't care. And that's why I rap the Tupac song. You say I'm wrong and I'm heartless. You may think I'm heartless because I don't give a fuck, but I don't care. I don't. I wouldn't care. And let me just say this real quick. I'm gonna use this as an example, and I'm gonna say this real quick because I do not want this to turn around and be about a story time about me and my life. So let me just say this real fast. Like, I didn't meet my grandfather until my mother's dad until I was 17. And if something happened to him right now, I really wouldn't care. I probably wouldn't even go to the funeral, to be honest. I probably wouldn't care because I tried, you know, and he you know, he wasn't interested. So if he wasn't interested in raising my mom, then how would he be interested in trying to have a relationship with a grandson that he didn't meet until 17 years after he was born? So that's how I look at things, you know, like I can't feel for a stranger. That's just me. I can't feel for one. Like when I know the situation, I just don't give a fuck. Like that's just me. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's why people be saying sometimes, as sweet as I can be, this is why people be saying that, you know, I'm cold and all this other shit. It ain't that. It's just that when I know that a motherfucker don't care about me, I don't give a fuck about them either. That's just where I stand with it, y'all. So now I'm not here to negate her feelings. I'm not here to negate her feelings at all because I'm not. But that man didn't care about her, and I wouldn't give a fuck about him. That's just me. So can't speak for nobody but myself. So we can go ahead and go on to the last part of the show, and that is Andy Cohen, Wendy Osefo, and Stacey. Now we're probably gonna start it off with this right here. Now I know y'all probably don't know this, but in case y'all don't, I'm gonna tell y'all right now what's going on with this. Now, Andy Cohen is facing backlash from the fans after making fun of Stacey's breath on Watch What Happens Live. Okay. Let me see. So last night, Ashley Darby and Jeff Lewis were guests, and they played a game called Don't Hold Your Breath, which a picture of Stacey literally shot out nasty green venom out of her mouth. Now, this game clearly references the last 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Potomac, where the women have been bullying Stacey and making jokes about her breath. Fans were already uncomfortable with that storyline, and Andy taking it to his show only made it worse. Viewers quickly called him out, saying that Andy only plays shady and mean-spirited games where it involves black housewives, but never does the same with the white ones. Andy, you may think it's funny, but this one missed the mark. Maybe it's time to retire the mean games and show some respect across the board. Now, here's some of the tweets. Some of the tweets says, okay, this is mean. Okay. Let me see. This is incredibly mean. He'd never do this to those white women. If Stacey was smart, she would monetize this with her line of breath mints. I agree. This is ridiculous. Like, let's call out Stacey for her lies, not for her breath. Please be for real. Child, he wouldn't do that to Ashley or anyone lighter. He's a part of the problem. This is disgusting. They've never done this to Ramona, who shits on the floor. Let me see. Excuse me. What else is being said here? This is very mean, weird, and ugly. There's a stark between the way he behaves with majority black and white cast of franchises. This whole bad breath angle storyline on this show is uncalled for. It's interesting how Andy treats Potomac and Atlanta girls. Typical white gay. I can't stand his ass. Okay? Let me see what else is going on. This is actually some of the worst bullying I've seen on Bravo lately. This has to count as workplace bullying. Nene was right about him at Andy. We know what you are. LOL, y'all would never make me hate Andy the way I've seen him shade every person in Bravo Nation. Bye. Okay. That was somebody else said. And there's Andy. So let me just say this. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Andrea, what they're sharing right now is the link to the platform that the show is going to be on. That's the link that they're sharing. The show don't come out to December, but we're trying to get subscribers up. So I just put the link in the chat again, but there's the link to the platform in which the show will be airing on. So, and the show airs in December, and promo will be dropping on that particular channel all this month and next month and all that. So be on the lookout for it, y'all. Okay, so let me say this. That was mean as fuck. It's overkill. And I'm not saying that Andy doesn't shade any of the other women, but I do think that this shit is crazy, because it does come across like, okay, y'all are being bullies now. Y'all are being bullies. Y'all are being completely bullies, and it's not cool. And I do think that there is a vast difference from what he does with the other women. Okay, what he does with the other women versus what he do with the black women, because I think he goes all the way in with the shade when it comes down to black folks. I do think he does that, and I do think that Andy is just shady with everybody, but I just think that at this point, the whole breath thing is a bit much for me. I think that's a bit much. I don't really like it. I'm not really into that. And I think that there's a fine line between we throwing shade into going into mean girl territory. And I think that's what the fuck Andy is doing, going into mean girl territory, to be quite honest. That's what I believe. I don't really like that shit, because I do think that at this point, Stacey lies. We know she lies. We ain't gonna deny that she lies. We know all that. But at the end of the day, I just feel like it was a bit much. For me, it was a bit much. And like I said, Stacey ain't nobody, special. She can get drug or red like everybody else. I know that for a fact. We all can. But I do think that there's a fine line with stuff. And I do think it's a bit much. Like, okay, the breath thing could be a thing for one episode, but we're not going to drag this all season. Like, come on now. But anyway, moving on to the next part of this. This is where Andy speaks out on Wendy Osefo's arrest. Let's get into that.
I want to say that, like all of you, I found out about the charges against Wendy and Eddie Osefo on Friday morning. And there's not much that I can say. I know nothing of the charges more than you guys do, than what I've read. I'm sad about this. I'm really sad about this. And, Wendy is just, I'm a Wendy fan. And she has been a great housewife and a great role model she's always led with education and her solid family values. And so that's what, I'm really thinking about her and her family. And I'm certainly hoping that this is all some big, nothing. I want to say that.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the situation where Andy was speaking on Wendy and her charges and how shocked he really is about it. And how he's a Wendy fan and how he hates that this is going on with Wendy and stuff like that. And I understand. I mean, we all were shocked that it was going on. Like, come on now, like we all were. But I'm not here to make no excuses for Wendy. Wendy chose to do what Wendy chose to do. And it ain't really nothing nobody can really say about it, to be honest. It's really not. Like, it's really nothing that anybody can really say. That's something that she chose to do. And, you got to stand in it. And we'll see how everything goes on moving forward. I mean, who knows? But that's pretty much just it. I mean, I ain't really got nothing else to say about it. Like, that's just it. Y'all got to stop lying though. Y'all got to stop going on reality TV doing fraud shit thinking y'all not gonna get caught. Like, y'all got to stop doing that, like, for real. But that's really all I got on that, y'all. I got to get ready to get the hell. I got to eat me something real quick and then get ready for work, then stop by the post office, then walk up the street to work and do all that. That's just what I do. Can I tell y'all one more thing before I go? Let me tell y'all something. So somebody had commented the other day on my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review, and they was telling me, they was like, Scotty, I just feel like you've been very fake over the last couple of months because you really act like you really believe that you are Atlanta and that you really think that you from Atlanta and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, when do I act like I'm Atlanta? Then first they started talking about my bedspread and was talking about I need to change it. It's given that's the only one I got. And if it is, so what? It gets washed regularly. If it is, so what? Then they started talking about, you really think you from Atlanta? You not Atlanta. You from Mississippi. You not Atlanta. You want to act like you know everything that goes down in Atlanta. Girl, I got sources in Atlanta. People tell me shit about housewives all the time in Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. And then I guess because I'm wearing these like those Atlanta hats and stuff like that on my videos and shit like that, I'm like, baby, I live in Atlanta. I'm not Atlanta. I'm Mississippi all day, but I live in Atlanta and I just rep where I live. And I also rep where I'm from. Like, what are you talking about? So yes, when people ask me where I'm from, I never say I'm from Atlanta. I always say I'm from Mississippi. I always say that. I'm from Mississippi, but I live in Atlanta. That's what I say. I'm like, when I try to act like I'm an Atlanta boy, I'm an ATL nigga. Like, when I started acting like that, I don't believe I act like I'm an ATL nigga. I don't even know what an ATL nigga acts like. It's so crazy. It's crazy, honey. I don't know where they came from. But normally I would be mad about it or be all up in my feelings about it, but I'm not. Like, people are crazy. Like, people gonna say whatever they want to say, and that's just something that I've gotten used to, and it's just something that I'm not even gonna worry about. Like, I haven't worried about what people say in mighty long time, and that's what makes this better. And on top of that, with me being on this web reality show is also giving me more of a thing, where I can deal with the criticism. Because with me being on a web reality show, there's going to be a moment where, you know what I'm saying, where I might get criticized, or I was looking at some footage and I'm like, God damn, I wore that red shirt twice. I thought I did a good job at making sure I'm not wearing the same thing during the season. I fucked up and wore the same damn thing twice. Wasn't even trying to, but I did. Hey, it is what it is. It's real life. I don't give a fuck. It's real life. So, so I'm probably gonna get judged and shit like that and talked about, but it's absolutely okay. It's absolutely fine. Like it's I just had to bring that up though, because I thought that was real funny. And I was like, girl, like I think I'm Atlanta. I live here, but I'm not Atlanta. I'm Mississippi. I'm exit 119, Canton, Mississippi all day. Like I rep that all day. So, but hey, I ain't moved to Atlanta and call myself an ATL nigga. Like, no. Okay. But anyway, y'all, before we get on and get up out of here, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know about everything that's going on with me now. I told you guys already, I'm going to be on Web Reality, y'all. We just got done filming the show last week, about to be 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we just got done filming the show. This past weekend, we just got done doing our photo shoot. I've seen the photos. We look great. We all look good in those photos, okay? We all look good. What else is going on? What feisty? If it's about that DM, I just seen it. And yeah, D'Angelo definitely passed away. I just seen it. I definitely just seen it. And I'm gonna have to do a video about that later on. Because I'm like, what the fuck? D'Angelo passed away? But as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and just bring that up real quick before we go, y'all. Because that really hit me. I was just gonna do a video about it. But fuck it. While we here, let me go ahead and talk about it now. So, y'all, let's get into it real quick before I go. D'Angelo has passed away at the age of 51 after a private battle with cancer. Okay, so he is gone from cancer. According to multiple sources, D'Angelo has reportedly passed away after privately battering pancreatic cancer. He was 51. As more details are released, we will keep you guys updated. We're sending prayers to his loved ones at this time. Now I gotta listen to You're My Lady. You're my lady. I gotta listen to that. I gotta listen to Brown Sugar. I gotta listen to Cruising. I gotta listen to How Does It Feel. I gotta listen to the song he did, Raphael Sadiq, You Should Be Here. I gotta listen to all that. But I just thought about it because Casey just said that in the comments. Y'all do remember Angie Stone just passed earlier this year. So that means that their son lost both of their parents in the same damn year. That is crazy. That is crazy, y'all. That is crazy. That is beyond crazy. Like for real. Like I honestly, I feel bad for their child. Like you lost both of your parents in 1 year. That's crazy. I might talk more about this in another video because I know I gotta go. But rest in peace to D'Angelo. Like for real. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to that man. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. And my prayers go out to their son that they share together. Like for real. I don't even feel comfortable promoting myself at the end of this now because of the fact that D'Angelo was gone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end it right here. And I'll talk to you guys later. I might do one pre-record video in between this one and Love and Hip Hop, because Love and Hip Hop is gonna be later on today. So yeah, I'm just gonna go on and get up out of here. I don't really want to promote myself after that. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, so more probably can melt with the cause is dealt. Nigga, I was just wishing, can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? be the only bad bitch you hitting like.